Hello here. It's Daniel Simon from Baton Rouge Community College. I want to welcome you to my History 1113 World Civilizations 1 class for the fall semester 2020. Of course, I'm live streaming on my YouTube channel. As you can see, you can either come in, you want to come in StreamYard, you can. I gave you a link to that, I believe, to enter StreamYard. Or you can also see it on YouTube as well. If anybody wants to come into StreamYard, I can send you the link. Let's see if that'll come up or not, but that's the link, of course. If you want to be in the classroom, I think up to like 10 students can be in StreamYard, and then, of course, the rest on YouTube. Any kind of comments on YouTube I can put up on the screen if you have a question or a comment about the class, what I'm talking about today. Of course, who am I? I'm Daniel Simon. I'm one of like 7 full-time history professors at BRCC, an associate professor. I believe this is my 16th year teaching here at BRCC. Of course, I'm new to this whole online teaching thing. I just, decided to take it a step up and, try to do some streaming live, like on YouTube. So it's something I'm kind of experimenting with for the fall semester. So let me know how I do with that. It's easier seems like to stream lectures or whatever than to make a video and upload it and all that stuff. This, of course, is a asynchronous online class. Y'all, of course, signed up for the semester. Of course, History 1113 deals with early like world history from like prehistory, and it goes all the way up to like I think the Middle Ages. So that's the time period. If you look at the syllabus and all that. So anyway, in this review of the syllabus today, we're going to, of course, go through. We'll, of course, talk about what's in the syllabus. We'll talk about assignments that you have to complete during the semester. There's already some stuff you already seen, probably in some of my announcements that you have to complete already. I think you've got that pre-test. Have you seen that yet? That's in quizzes. You need to complete that. Of course, I'm taking attendance for the week for that. Also, the student contract policy page, which I think is on page 5 of the syllabus. You need to have that completed at least within the first week or two. Try to get that to me. Either email me a copy of the page 5, or you can also, I think I told you in an email that you can just email me and tell me that you consent to it, what's in the contract policy page. Also, you need to start thinking about what book you want to do for your book report. I'll show you the list later. That's in modules and in the assignment, but you need to decide about that too as well for the semester. And then there's the vocab. There's a vocab assignment. You've probably seen that in assignments too. First key terms assignment. You need to start working on that also as well. So there's a bunch of stuff you need to start doing right now for the semester. So anyway, I guess the first thing we need to do, I guess, is look at, go ahead and look at the announcement I've got posted right now. I don't know if you can see that or not. You should be able to see that. Well, that's the syllabus I got up there now. But let me go ahead and switch. Let me switch to, let's see what I need. Oh, here it is. I want to switch to like the Canvas page first. I want to do that too. We'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and look at that first. My announcements. I've got a bunch of announcements that I've already posted already. And anyway, you see I've got Welcome History 1113. As you see, I've got a bunch of announcements already. Of course, it's optional to watch this live if you're wondering, about, do I have to be here live to watch it, or can I watch it after it's been recorded? That's optional because, like I said, this is a asynchronous class. You can participate, because I'm streaming it, and you can be on your YouTube or on live stream with me simultaneously if you want. It's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I guess I'm not going to force you because we can't take attendance from live broadcast because this is not a synchronous class. So, but anyway, but I've got, like, if you see, like, welcome to History 1113, you can see I've got the syllabus already posted right here, which I'll go over in a little bit. You'll notice I've also got other documents you can see in assignments, modules. Hopefully you've already looked at that already. Of course, in week 1, we'll be talking about prehistory. I'll get more into that later. But on Wednesday, either 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock on Wednesday, I'll be lecturing on prehistory. So kind of a short lecture for the week, but that's something coming up later I'll talk about. Of course, the book report, you may have seen that in the syllabus already. If you know what book you want to choose for the book report, you can go ahead and email it to me. I think there's a limit on the amount of students per book. I want to say 3 students a book usually. So if there's a certain book you definitely like, go ahead and email me about it so I can put you on the list for that. There's a list of sources here with a book report, but it is also located in assignments. I think it's all over the place. It might be in modules too. I think it's in multiple locations where you can find it. You'll notice there's also this project here, the Veterans Oral History Project, which is worth a lot of bonus points for the semester. If you're interested in that, please let me know. Email me about that. The directions for that is located here, but it's also located in modules. That's a good project to learn about, veterans and what they went through in various conflicts in American history. And it's a chance to earn a lot of extra credit. Basically, you get a chance to interview a veteran of a conflict. Of course, it's going to be up to you to find that veteran in this project. It could be someone who's a friend or relative. It could be yourself also as well. Like if you're a veteran of a conflict or whatever, like if you were in Desert Storm or whatever, you can have someone interview you for the project, like a relative or friend. And I believe the oral history project, it's either got to be a video or it can be also an audio type interview. So it's optional, whichever one you want to do for that. So that's due at the end of the semester. So if you're interested in the oral history project, let me know email me about that. Of course, we had an earlier review day already. I'll show you later, but I did put up the link to that. If you want to go back and watch the one that did at 10 a.m., it's kind of going to be similar, I guess, to what it is. But yeah, you can go back and look at it if you want. I think there were more students involved in that one at that time. But I do got a link to my YouTube channel right here. But if you go to, I think there's a 5th announcement I just posted that I just put up a little while ago, and it does give you the direct link to where that review and the lectures are going to be later. I'll show you in a little bit later about that. Also, announcements we've got. Of course, you just saw the class review day announcement I just sent out about that. So we're doing the one on the bottom right now, which is right here. So that's already, you saw that already. I do have the directions for StreamYard. If you want to come in and participate, like in the studio with me, or you can also watch it on YouTube, either when it's streaming or after it's been recorded also as well. I think there's a limit of only 10 persons per stream for some reason, but does give you directions. I believe you do have to be logged in to be in the stream. I don't think she's in there. Oh, Morgan's not in there. I thought I put you in there. Okay, but there you are. So anyway, some reason Morgan, I must have not put you in there, but or maybe you got removed or what happened. But put you back in. But anyway, yeah, do look at that directions. You will have to be, I think, logged into YouTube to use it, though. So you have to have a YouTube account. Make sure you sign up for a YouTube account and all that. Also, I put an announcement about the pretest. The pretest, of course, week 1, that needs to be done by Friday, August the 21st. I am taking attendance on that. It's worth 10 bonus points. So I think when you do complete it, it'll have a 0 on it, but I have to go in and change it to 10 bonus points. So I guess no matter how many you get right or wrong, you're going to get 10 bonus points for that. So make sure you do take the pretest for week 1. Also, I'll talk about it later, but the contract policy page, like I said, I'm going to probably use that for attendance also during the week as well. So I'll know all the people that participated for week 1 for attendance. There's one more link I did put up to, like another announcement, which is my YouTube channel playlist link for History 1113 lectures and also syllabus review day. So that's been already put up. I think that one from this morning's already been put up. So that's the direct link to it. I did put it in modules as well. So it's in there. You can't find it for some reason. Let me give you a quick tour of Canvas. As you can see, you've got a bunch of assignments already posted. Like I said, the vocab assignment has been posted. First key terms assignment is right here. And I think that one is due in September the 14th. That's when that's due right here. Now that assignment, of course, there is a textbook for the course that the college uses, which is it's called A History of World Societies, which you see right here. It is listed in your syllabus on page 1. That textbook is optional. And there's like 2 versions. There's volume 1, which is for History 1113, and there is a combined edition you can get also if you want, which is I think for both classes, History 1113 and 1123. So you can use that to do those assignments. I've got about 4 of those that we'll have during the semester, vocab assignments. Also, students use their textbook for various references as well. So that assignment will be due, like I said, in September, but if you do finish it early, email it to me whenever you can. Or, you, of course, the one main way you can turn it in is to put it in the speed grader for me. I can grade it real quick. But if you can't figure that out, you can email it to my email address. Okay. Then they have the book report, which is right here. Of course, it's in multiple spots. It's on page 4 of the syllabus as well. Students will be required to read at least, 1 book during the semester, like I said about that. And so that's on page 4 of the syllabus, or you can come to the assignment here as well and look it up. They've got the book report and review right here. List of sources listed. There's a writing rubric, which is right here, that I added as well. So, like I said, let me know what book you want for the book report for the semester. So just email me when you decide on that. There's other things in here too. We'll talk about later, of course. Yeah, attendance participation points. So you do get points for attendance, and that's, like I said, mostly due to like assignments turned in. So we can't have attendance, from live sessions. So can't do that because, of course, this is like I said, a asynchronous course. What else? You'll notice YouTube bonus points, like for lectures, any kind of comments you make, like positive, negative feedback, you do get bonus points per online lecture. Any historical questions you ask me, about the lecture, like just, some kind of question you want to come up with, maybe a question you try to stump me or whatever, it's fine. 3 bonus points per lecture that you can earn. So you earn bonus points by commenting on YouTube. That's kind of like my discussing and questioning and answering thing that I'll do during the semester. And there's the Veterans Oral History Project course right there. Like I said, see modules for that assignment or that first announcement on Canvas. And like I said, if you want to do that project, let me know, email me. But it's a totally voluntary project. So it's not something that's mandatory. Only if you want to do it and you want the extra credit. Let's see. Yeah, of course, all you see on the bottom, the History 1113 pretest, which is right here. It's also in quizzes. So if you get a quiz, you'll see it right here. So yeah, it's worth 10 bonus points, but I'll have to put the points in later. You will notice another section here called Files. Files is a section where you can just look up any kind of file with the course. So depending on what you're looking for, an assignment or whatever, you can look for it there if you want. The syllabus is also located where it says Syllabus in Canvas. You also notice they've got a bunch of course summaries with like a calendar system and dates due for assignments. That's also listed in there as well for some reason. The modules has got a bunch of stuff in it. Like I think you saw this already, but I did put up some kind of I put up some kind of Welcome to History 1113 video announcement. You may have seen that already right there. And I did kind of mention about the pretest right here. I did put some new link in here. Of course, the YouTube channel link to History 1113 videos and the syllabus review day. I'll put up this one today too, like the second one if you want to look at either one, which is fine. So I'll put that up later. Right now I'm just streaming it unlisted right now, but it will be made public later. So that's how you get to the lectures and all that directly. So week 1 class review day, of course, today. And then, like I said, on Wednesday, I'm going to lecture on prehistory. Just think about a few things for Wednesday's class, but on Wednesday, think about what is history, what is prehistory? Is if you want to Google that or look that up, but just be thinking about those ideas because that's predominantly what I'll be talking about. Because I'll kind of get into the development of early humans and the early cultural periods of humans, such as the Stone Age and the Metal Ages, as you've probably heard of. So that's mostly lecture-wise what we'll do on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to probably be a short lecture and all that because prehistory doesn't usually take that long to do all that. What else? I was kind of giving you a tour. Well, don't worry about week 2 for now because I'm going to revise that later. But you will notice that they have PowerPoint lectures in here, which is right here. Oh, there it is. Prehistory, ancient Mesopotamia. So we'll have these PowerPoint lectures that I'll be using for my lectures starting on Wednesday. I think I can show you that real quick. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably I'd have to open that up for you real quick to show you that. But let me share it for you so you can see it. It's not up there is the problem. That's why. If you look at the go up to the top here, you can see that's the kind of the topics we'll talk about on Wednesday, history versus prehistory. But you will notice that you see there's like in modules, the study guides for the course. Well, I did put those in the actual PowerPoint lecture. So that's something you will notice. about that, because I'm going to be lecturing and probably going through the study guide. Uh, you know, I'll probably lecture and then go through the study guide is what I'll probably do. So I will probably lecture, and so that, and I think that there's only that one's short. It's only like 2 pages or whatever. But that's what we're going to cover on Wednesday's class. I just kind of showing you that. Now, what else in this on modules we need to look at also as well? You go back to what I was looking at. You get into, let's see here, excuse me. Other things they need to look at too. There's some stuff on the bottom in modules you need to look at as well. Like, of course, the study guides are right here, which I told you those are in the PowerPoint lectures as well. List of sources are also for the book reporter right here. But there's some other stuff here. You got the oral history guidelines for the oral history project right there. And then they have the academic calendar. I did post that in modules for you to look at. Semester office hours for Daniel Simon are also listed here. You can see these are my office hours for the week. There's also, I did put those in the syllabus as well. There's also some guides for using Proctorio, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be using that or not for my proctored exams or quizzes. So I'll talk about that later, but most of mine will probably be open notebook type quizzes, etc. Now, let me do a few other things too. Now, we need to look at the syllabus. That's the main thing, of course, we need to talk about today is the syllabus. Let me bring that up real quick for you, the syllabus. Now, the syllabus does have a few things in here. Let's see, Martha's got a question. You want us to do any reading for Wednesday's class? If you want to read over the chapter 1, if you want, like just mostly about prehistory, you can do that. That's optional. But like I said, I think I asked us just to kind of Google, what is history? What is prehistory? What's the difference between the two? Oh, also look up to who Herodotus is. Like, know who he is, Herodotus, the first historian. So just that's a good question there. So anyway, but anyway, yeah, the syllabus does have contact information in it. So you can see here, I've got that listed in modules, but you can see I've got my office is pretty much online. So it's all virtual. I'm not going to be on campus because of the pandemic, the virus pandemic. So I've got different phone numbers, but I just got one, looks like it, 225 area code 937-9242 is my cell phone number. My email address is simond@mybrcc.edu. So that's pretty much going to be main contact with me, is my email address. I'm pretty quick with emails, although right now I think some of you are probably sending me emails right now, but I'm kind of streaming this syllabus review. So I'll probably get back with you later. But office hours, the virtual, like I said, 9 to 10, 11:30 to 1 p.m. That's going to be Monday through Thursday is the schedule, which it says in modules. Now, if we have to meet face-to-face, we can either use Zoom or we can also use StreamYard if you want, because either one is optional. We can meet to talk stuff face to face, or if you want me to review over say an assignment like your book report or whatever, I can help you with that. Now, kind of go through what this class is. It's a course that History 1113 is a survey class. What I mean by that, it's like a lecture-based class where we cover kind of broad materials in a short time. So we do cover from prehistory all the way up to like the Middle Ages. So I think the Renaissance is like basically where I guess it ends. And you can see it's got the learning outcomes listed. Learning outcomes, of course, are just outcomes you should be able to do or complete, I guess, when you finish the class. Demonstrate knowledge of historical events, locate and retrieve historical data, comprehend sources. That's the kind of stuff you should be able to do in a basic history class. So just kind of showing that real quick about what that is. Also, go down, I think it talks about Gen Ed's learning outcomes. It mentions that. And it's got stuff about the textbook in it, as you can see. Like I told you, the textbook is called A History of World Societies, the 11th edition. The bookstore, I think, has volume 1. I guess they must have combined edition maybe as well, but the volume 1 is for this class, 1113. There is a combined edition, but it's for both volume 1 and 2. Which is for if you want to take 1113 and 1123. So if you're planning to take, I guess, both classes back to back, you might want to get the combined edition. So it's up to you how you want to do that. I don't mandatorily give readings at it if you wonder about that, but if you want to look over chapter 1, you can. I don't really lecture out of the book because I have my own lectures I have kind of developed, but you might need it as a set of resource for the vocab assignments because you're going to have 4 of those throughout the semester. And you already got one already posted right now that's going to be due the next couple weeks. So, and then there's an option, I think I showed you, but there's an option to use like secondary sources like encyclopedias, etc., and all that. So you do have the option to do that if you want to do it as well. Each one of those are 150 points each. So you're going to get 4 of those assignments overall. Now, if you come down into page 2 of the syllabus, it talks about some of the other kinds of grades we have. We have, of course, 3 exams throughout the semester we'll have. So we don't have that many questions, but they're not cumulative. It's all based on what I covered during the semester. And a lot of them, I guess, since this is an online class, it's going to kind of like be like a glorified, quiz, I guess. So you're probably looking at 40 to 50 questions. It'll probably be an average I'm probably going to do for the online class. And multiple choice, matching, fill in the blank kind of short answer kind of questions are the kind of questions I'm probably going to do for the semester. So you got 3 of these throughout the semester: a first exam, second exam, and then a final exam. There's no midterm exam. You usually don't give an exam during midterms, but I do like a kind of a makeup exam, a makeup week I do for assignments instead. And sometimes I might give a quiz at the same time, but usually I give a makeup period at midterm. Something I knew I started, I guess, a while back. And it's to help students, catch up or keep up during the semester and keep you in the class. And I think last semester it seemed to work pretty good. So a lot of students, I think, were able to stay in the class longer. And so that's something to definitely look at. I'll try to remind you. I usually send an email about it, telling you what assignments you need to, make up and all that. Also, there is an exemption for the final exam. So any student that has a 96% or higher in the class is exempt from the final. So if you've turned all your assignments in and all that, you don't have to You don't have to complete the final exam. So that's one thing that I do. It's kind of different than maybe some professors. And a lot of students usually end up doing it. So we'll see how this semester goes and all of that. But usually at the end of the semester, I have a list of students I'll announce that don't have to take it. Other grades we got two. We got the book report. Make sure you look at that. Of course, that's on page 4 of the syllabus. That's an assignment. There's also video quizzes I'm going to do throughout the semester. Those will be on documentaries that we'll do during the semester. Those are worth 50 points each for that assignment. There's Canvas quizzes on lectures. Those will be worth usually 100 points. Sometimes, I don't know about 50, but usually at least 100 points I'll probably do for this semester. I usually like quizzes. Usually you'll get at least 2 attempts. And probably for the exams, I'll probably do 2 attempts also as well. They are timed. But I'll talk about that later, about how they're timed. I did mention about that veterans project that you see right here. Like I told you, that's for extra credit. It's totally voluntary. You don't have to do it. But if you want, to earn some extra points for the semester, the only thing is you're going to have to find somebody who's a veteran of a conflict. So, it could be anything, like I said, from World War II to like Iraq, Afghanistan, to like the present. So it's a matter of trying to find somebody to do it. It does say it has a transcript, but I'm kind of omitting that for I think forever. So the only thing I need is really 2 things, either a video or audio interview, and also need the release form that they agreed to do it. Okay, so you'll have to, get with this person, meet them, conduct the interview somehow, either face-to-face or using whatever kind. I guess you could use something like Zoom or StreamYard. I guess you could do it that way if you wanted to. I don't know if you could do it by phone or not, but it would probably be best face-to-face, I guess. But that's going to be due, I think the due date for it is November 30th, which is a Monday. So let me know if you're interested in that. Email me at simond@mybrcc.edu if you want to do that project. Also, there is a link here, but you can just go to my YouTube channel. You can get on there, and there should be some veterans interviews that have already been done that are there. I think in modules there's a link to that if you want to look at it. Some of the interviews. Grading scale, 10-point scale. Not sure what the points will be this semester, but 2,000 range or more. Not really sure, but it'll be in that range. Moving on, let's go to page 3 in the syllabus. Now, they talk about plagiarism right here. Make sure you don't plagiarize someone's work. This could be like, anything from like something on the internet. It could be somebody's paper. It could be somebody's book. It could be another student. So make sure you do your own work, or you could get a 0 in the grade. There is, in the BRC student handbook, there is information about plagiarism. And I think there's different degrees of plagiarism that exists. There is a blurb in here in the page 3 of the syllabus on safety. That's if you have to go on campus for some reason. If you go on campus, BRCC or any public place, you will probably be required to wear a mask. So remember about that going anywhere. There is a thing here. I think it mentions, of course, 216-888 is the phone number for campus police. Also, there's this emergency text messaging and email system called BRCC Connect. So check into that also as well. That is in case of emergencies. during the semester. There might be like a hurricane or something coming. They might cancel school and stuff like that. So I don't know. I guess everything's online, but people might be out of power and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to do stuff. So there'll probably be announcements during the semester if there's emergencies or whatever. So make sure you Google that or go on the BRCC website and look it up, BRCC Connect. Student conduct, other suggestions. Yeah, make sure you follow student conduct in the BRCC student handbook. Obviously, for online classes, if you're going to be on the screen or whatever, you can make sure you're properly dressed or whatever. And of course, this is more like recorded, I guess, even though it's being streamed. It's not, like I said, mandatory that you watch it live since this is an asynchronous course, but if you want to participate, you can. On YouTube, if anybody wants to send me comments, questions, that's great. I can put them on the screen and all of that. Also, if you go on campus, it says there, make sure you have a parking tag, student ID, to be on campus so you don't get a ticket and all that. I guess there's disability services. You can see that on the bottom as well. I'm not sure if they're having the testing center open or not. Don't sound like it. Looks like, I guess, not sure if it's open, but I know they're doing a lot of proctoring for exams, but I'm probably not going to use it, likely. Right, let me go ahead and move on to page 4. Page 4, of course, pretty important. That's the book report research paper you have to do for the semester. Every student, of course, is going to, be mandatory to read at least one historical work for my class. Like I said, the textbook is not mandatory, but the book is for the book report. So that's something you're going to have to get yourself. And like I said, there's a list going around that's in assignments or in modules. You can get it. I think it's in that first announcement too as well. And, just email me what book you want to do. If there's a book taken, you'll have to, pick another book for the semester. And most of the project, it will be kind of like a book report, which is kind of like a summary of what the author wrote about. But you do have to have some kind of critical review about the book included in it as well. And make sure you don't use any other source. You see that in yellow there, but don't use any other sources outside the book. So stick to the book. When you're reading the book, make sure you take decent notes on it. You don't have to write everything about the book, but you can just, mostly discuss the main points about the book, what the author talked about. It's got directions listed in the assignment. It's obviously got to have a cover page, which I prefer MLA style, which I think there's a thing on the bottom here showing you an example how to do it in MLA cover page. So cover page, double spacing, 12 font, minimum 3 pages, double spaced, of course. But I want to see at least 3 to 5 range. It's a good range to write your paper. You don't think it's long, but I mean, you'll be easily able to write a lot. With some of the books that you might pick. If you don't like the book, let me know. That's something, like you pick a book, start reading it, and you don't like it, you can always switch books. Just let me know about that. It does have to have a works cited page just for the book. So that'll be listed in the back as well. So most of the book, like I said, is going to be like a summary, and then you'll have some kind of review that you'll have criticizing the book or talking about the author's style of writing, etc. And I did include some questions you can throw in here that you can ask, about the book. Did you like the work? Would you recommend it to someone for reading? Or some positive, negative aspects of the work, or some positive, negative aspects of the author's style of writing on the subject. So it could be any of those questions. They could be anything. So, I mean, whatever you want to talk about. If you didn't like the book for some reason, you can even say that. I'm not going to criticize you for that. But like I said, if you don't like the book, you can always switch books. Just let me know. Now, don't require a rough draft, it says there, but if anybody needs help during the semester, we can meet and we can, go over the actual paper. Can use Zoom or StreamYard, and we can put the assignment on the screen and take a look at it and see what's wrong with it or whatever. Make sure also, another thing to add too, and then talk about the other video, but spell check, grammar check. I think there's a thing called Grammarly. You heard of Grammarly? I think Grammarly is good for checking grammar and spelling and things like that. So maybe use that for working on that for the paper. There's also an outline you can see here on the bottom, just kind of the outline of the paper, but cover page first, followed by the main body synopsis, and then the review, and then works cited page, of course, at the end, and all that. So, like I said, it's due at the end of the semester. I believe the due date is Monday, November 10th. So that would be emailed to me. So book reports are emailed. I think there is a speed grader, but I tend to prefer them emailed to me overall. So worth 200 points. So take a look at that on page 4, and also the assignment that's in Canvas right now. Now, there is the student contract policy page. Make sure you take a look at that. Some of you have already turned that in to me. Or I told you the other option is to just email me and say that you consent to the syllabus and all that. So I could take that as well. It does go into attendance policies in there. Like I said, this is not a synchronous course. So we're not scheduled to meet at 10 o'clock, every other day or whatever it is. It's, I guess, whenever I decide to put up something, video or whatever. And so I can't take attendance through who's on here. So either YouTube or in StreamYard. So attendance will be, like I said, off of assignments, things like that. I think for week 1, I told you it's mostly going to be the pre-test, and I guess I'll take attendance off of like the contract policy thing that people are turning in this week as well. So that's primarily how I'm going to do attendance, like assignments, quizzes, and exams. Now, any kind of information you miss about the course, of course, like since this is being streamed to YouTube, videos, etc., you can go back and watch the videos, multiple times during the semester. You want to email the class for information, you can do that as well. If you want to form a study group with other students, you can also do that as well. Maybe using Zoom or some other form of online, versions like that. You could do that. And then, of course, if you get behind, in my class or some other class, don't forget, you can, drop, the class. You can fill out a drop form after you get excessive absences. Don't drop people myself, so, make sure you fill out the form for that. Now, you do get attendance points. Like I said, I think it's 150 points. I think most people probably get that probably in the semester because it's online. But you get up to 150 points for that. Like I said, it's all based off of assignments. So you don't complete an assignment during a week, that could mean that, say we met twice in that week, whatever, you're absent. Okay, so I guess if you did the assignment, you're there whether you were there live or not. It doesn't matter. So anyway, so that's kind of how it's going to work. Yeah, on the bottom it was if you wanted to fill that out or not and send it to me, you can. Just student information about yourself, major, if you want to. I mean, it's up to you, because either that or you can just email me and say you consent. It's fine as well. There's some other stuff on the bottom of the syllabus too you can look at as well. They have the military absence policy. So check that out also as well. I don't know if anybody's in the military, but if for some reason you have to be out, drill, or maybe an emergency comes up, maybe you're in the National Guard and the hurricane's coming and you have to do stuff. So there is like I think on page, it's like page 7, there's a military absence form you have to fill out and all that, which is right there. Also, student athlete absence policies on page 8. Not sure if we're going to be using that this semester anyway. So I guess they've suspended athletics. I don't think they're having any because of the pandemic and all that. So I don't know if we really need to look at that, but that's in the syllabus. That's something they require us to put in there. So that's pretty much it for going over the syllabus. I'll try to take some questions later if anybody has any, or you can just email me or put comments on YouTube about, something you might have a question about or comment about this video. All right, so anyway, the next thing I need to do is I need to go through, and I have some other documents we need to look at before we end this video, because I'm almost finished with a lot of the main points for the class. And let's see, I do have the, let me look at here, bring this up here, but let's see what else I've got. I don't know if I've showed this already, but there's the actual list of sources for the semester for the book report. So it's going to be up to you to find this source that you're going to have to read for the semester. 3 students per book, of course. So I've got a good list. It's like 5-6 pages that you can look at. And just go through. Some are secondary sources. Some of them are primary that are there. These are like in either modules, or you can go to the assignment that's in assignments. Just kind of going through real quick. If you're wondering if I've read all these, I have. Crazy, huh? I've read a lot of books over the years. But anyway, so take a look at that. That's the actual list itself that's on there. So that's with that. What other stuff I got on here too to show you that's important? I did want to show you, if I can bring it up, the academic calendar, which is right here. So yeah, that's the basic academic calendar I've got. So you can see the start of classes on Monday, August 17th. Labor Day is September 7th, Monday, no classes. Now it doesn't have dates for like exams. That's something I'm gonna be announcing later. It takes a while. Somebody's asked me a question about the interviews for the oral history project. They will, well, if they don't want to be on YouTube, well, I don't know if you'll be able to. I guess we can do it still, but I guess it's okay with that. But I prefer if it was on YouTube. Anyway, I don't have a date for the first exam, and I'll have that later. But first exams that week, they'll have study guides due. So I'm gonna have usually with because exams will be like quizzes. It'll probably be like posted over so many days, like say 5-day period. And so what you'll do is you'll turn it in during that period of when it's due. So I don't know exactly, but in September is when we'll have our first exam. And so you'll turn your study guide then. Study guides, of course, like I said, are in modules, but they're also posted in the actual PowerPoints. So I'll be using those to review over. It gives you the topics for each exam. So prehistory, Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, etc. Second exam is going to have all these topics: China, Greece, Macedonians, Roman history, all that. Midterm makeup week, like I said, I don't give makeups, but I don't give exams, but I have a makeup week that I have. Fall break is October 8th to the 9th, looks like it. Last day to withdraw from the class, withdrawal Friday, October 30th. Book reports due November 10th, which is a Monday. So today I'm going to have Thanksgiving holiday, November 25th to the 28th. Vocab terms, of course, like I said, aren't in there. We'll get that listed later in announcements. Then final exams will be, you see, November 30th to December 5th. Those are the topics on it. I think I told you that the oral history project is due on November 30th. So kind of due around the same time. But usually, like I said, probably a final exam will be done over several days, period. So that's that with that. I was thinking of anything else I had on here too as well. Of course, there's the oral history project. I'll show you that real quick as well on there. That's also been posted, and you can find that in modules mostly. It does give you the the directions on how to do it. I would prefer if the video did go on YouTube. Maybe don't tell them. I don't know. That's kind of mean, but anyway. But yeah, that's the plan. Anyways, to post them there so people can view it. The public and people can understand the experiences of what people went through in that conflict. Not just I guess the public or whatever, but also like students in my history classes can view those and use those also to better their interviews, etc. So so like I said, like the sources on that, I mean, it's going to be up to you to find this person to interview, this veteran. So it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be yourself, like I said, it could be somebody you contact through veterans organizations. So it's up to you how you want to do that. Like I said, it can be videotaped, it can be audio. I don't really need a transcript of the interview, but that's the format. So let me know if you want to do that or not. It is worth, like I said, bonus points, 200 bonus points for the semester. It's a lot of points, I know. And email me, like I said, at simond@mybrcc.edu. Also, it does give you the release form on page 3. Actually, no, on page 4, excuse me, release form. And they have to have that filled out. Oral history guidelines, of course, starting on page 5. Take a look at that. It gives you directions and points on how to do it. So read up on that. And also, it does give you sample interview questions for veterans. So take a look at that starting on page 9. They have that as well. I think that one's taken from the Library of Congress that they have. It's also one for Vietnam veterans, like if they were in Vietnam as well. So I've got that in there. And then there's also one for World War II, like just a sample one of an interview of a World War II veteran. Probably won't find too many World War II veterans because they're starting to die off. But it's kind of showing you that, just the format of it, of what interview might be like between you and that other person. So anyway, I think there was one more thing to look at. Let me see. Let me go into a window here. I think I looked at the key terms. I think we already did that already. I believe we did that. So we discussed that. I was trying to think of anything else that I can share with you about the course. I think that's mostly everything. Now, does anybody have any questions about the class? I think there's Aaron Taylor. Looks like you're on here right now. Aaron, do you have a question don't know if you have a question or anything you want to ask. You want to unmute your mic, you can.
I don't have any questions at the moment right now.
Okay, just wondering. Yeah, anybody on YouTube have any questions? Send me an email or just send me a comment if you have any questions right now. I think we only had one. I think it was Martha Lockhart had asked about, about it's optional. If you want to start looking over chapter 1, you can, because just be familiar with prehistory. I don't know if the book talks about Herodotus mostly, but be familiar with prehistory, prehistoric times, early human development, because we're going to mostly get into and talk about predominantly two things, which is the development of early humans, and then also we'll talk about the cultural periods of humans, such as the Stone Age, the Middle Ages. I briefly will go into also and talk about what are the early civilizations, such as the River Valley civilizations that exist, like the Nile one with Egypt and so on. So that's pretty much it for the review. If you have any comments, let me know. You can either comment through this post, like this video, through YouTube, or of course you can email me at simond@mybrcc.edu. So for Wednesday, we'll have lecture times at 10 o'clock and 1 p.m. I'll probably send some kind of announcement out about that. Likely I'll probably send that out tomorrow morning about when we're going to meet and all that, what we're going to talk about. But I'll have upcoming announcements forthcoming. Okay. So y'all have a good evening. Hope everything's going smoothly for you on the first week of back to school. Okay. So see you later.